Hey guys, Decav13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Alright, so now we're really narrowing down on the end. Section 21, the Lightning Tsar reigns. Got rider enemies to deal with here, so... might as well... oh, that's right, you can use a certain caster in this fight, but, why would you want to fucking do that when you're fighting a rider? No, we want assassins here, so I'll bring... yeah, all of my casters are going to be fucking useless here, so let's swap you out, let's swap you out. Do I even have another leveled up assassin? No, I do not. Why do I not? Oh boy. This is going to be fun. I mean, I guess I'll bring Jean. Not the worst choice I have, honestly. And then I guess I'll keep everything else the same. I mean, this fight we don't have to really worry about much, considering this one ends after like 3 turns. A child, huh? I see. After I was summoned as a servant, I began killing people. I doubt I am the first to dirty hands as a servant that were so determinedly kept clean in life. Once one has been summoned as a servant, bloodshed is all but inevitable, especially how central it is to Holy Grail wars. They are, after all, events held for the sole purpose of fulfilling mages' desires. And in one such Holy Grail war, I proved to be the worst kind of servant imaginable. All I have ever desired is to recreate the primordial man and save my persecuted people. I threw away the sense of pride in the morals that I held so dear, all in pursuit of that goal. I killed my own master, who was just a child. I only know about this from records of the event. I can't remember their name or face. Such a horrible deed, and I cannot remember anything about it. But the records speak for themselves. They torment me, proving beyond any doubt that I am just as driven by my desires as any other ruthless mage. That can't be true. Can't rule it out. Speaking for myself, I don't really care about that too much. Whether a servant remembers or not probably depends on them, and the sort of memories they're dealing with. I know I don't care about remembering fighting in any boring-ass war, but I at least like to remember saving the world. If you feel bad about knowing you killed a child at some point, I'd say that just proves deep down you're really a good guy. But you're here now to save all of humanity. You don't get to sacrifice yourself. Yes, I may just be making excuses. Nonetheless, right now we don't need another servant. We need a giant. One that is powerful enough to stand up to that truly horrible beast of a Tsar. As for Kadoc and Anastasia, a word of advice. Don't write him off. Don't underestimate him. If you do, you'll regret it. Avike Bron. Master, I'm sorry. But I'm afraid this is the only way I can be useful to humanity. I leave the giant's command in your hands. Good luck, Master. You have a long path ahead of you, and difficult choices to make. But I believe in you. Fight hard, courageous young man. You are human, but I know you have the strength you need to fulfill your duty. Avike Bron, I can't believe it. He didn't just use part of the Minotaur's labyrinth for a golem. He used all of it. The hell? Where'd the shadow come from? Is that a golem? Did Avike Bron make that? Run away! This place is going to turn into a battlefield! Hold it. Don't point your gun at me. It makes me want to end you. What the? My gun!
You're with Chaldea, aren't you?
That's right.
Why would a Yaga help them? Are you a remnant of the rebel army?
No. Then again, I guess I am. I did think about rebelling for a little while. But I changed my mind as soon as I saw Ivan the Terrible in person.
I see. So you were that Yaga. I was told you were all but undone when the priest decided to make you look upon the Tsar. But it looks like you rather enjoyed it.
What?
It's okay. You needn't be afraid anymore. This disturbance will cause the Tsar to awaken. Which means that the Tree of Emptiness will finally start absorbing mana from the land.
What are you talking about? Did you say that thing is going to wake up?
That's right. I can see even the thought of that terrifies you. But it's okay. We're going to defeat Ivan the Terrible ourselves.
What?
I said it. I finally said it. I feel so much better now. I've been holding that in for a long time. We're going to destroy the Tsar, the last vestige of Russia in this world.
What are you talking about? Are you betraying the Tsar?
Well, that didn't take long. I suppose I should have expected that here. Nonetheless. Now that the Tsar is about to awaken from his dream, I'm afraid you Obrichniki have outlived your usefulness.
This took place not too long ago, back when I had only just been summoned. At last, I will have the audience I desire. I can sense him here. Stand in my way and I shall kill you as well. Now take me to see him, you swine in priest's clothing. I'm impressed you got through the Obrichniki and made your way here, especially with that pitifully frail spirit origin. Very well. Out of respect for your hard work, I will grant you the audience with Amadeus that you desire. Besides, he told me to let you through himself. In fact, his exact words were, "If a man claiming to be my friend should ask to see me, please show him the way. He has every right to be here, you see." All while smiling the most innocent, angelic smile I have ever seen. Amadeus. Amadeus. I must see you. I must speak with you. I want to ask you what purpose we were meant to serve by being summoned to this lost belt. Are we meant to kill one another? Or is only one of us meant to kill the other? Is this the passion stirring in my heart meant to be offered as a friend? Or is it an iron stake, meant to be driven into an enemy? I thought that once I saw you I would know the answer. However, I must warn you before you see him. He is, after all, thoroughly exhausted. He has been performing his noble phantasm without rest for the last 2 months. I am afraid his spirit origin is more fragile now than decaying flesh, and the flame of his soul has diminished only to scant embers. Frankly, he's in no state to receive visitors. A dreadful sense of foreboding seized me. I knew from those words that something must be wrong, and yet, I still saw him even before I knew what that something was. I thought that was you. I'd recognize those firm, uptight footsteps anywhere. The man in gray. Are you here to kill me?
Mozart? What did you lot do to this prodigious talent?
As you can see, we've been having him play the piano, though I must confess without time to rest. But rest assured, we did not coerce him into doing so. He volunteered of his own accord after learning of the special circumstances here in Russia. I distinctly remember him saying, "Well, great. Guess I'm just going to have to set a new record for longest performance of all time."
This is madness! You're playing the piano and the rest of the orchestra all on your own? How have you been doing this for so long? You hate hard work! You grow bored almost at the drop of a hat! Well, that's not very nice. Sure, I'd much rather just play a single song, get paid, and go back to my life of leisure. But given who I'm playing for this time, I can't help but be motivated. Besides, the Tsar was on the verge of waking up when I began to play. I didn't dare to give him anything but my best. He could easily end up grinding this entire country to a pulp if he were to wake up after all. What choice did I have but to ensure he kept dreaming sweet dreams? So, that's why you've been playing the piano. You mean a greedy miser like you has been playing his heart out here in the frigid cold for months on end? For a demented old man who couldn't understand your worth if his life depended on it? No need to be so rude to him. Though I will grant you that he's rather up there in years. The Tsar has been an excellent audience. He told me my music was like paradise itself. But I'm afraid I'm at my limit. In fact, I won't be around much longer. This environment was too much for a frail servant like me. I can't even move my fingers anymore. It's worse than the illness I contracted before I died the first time. Still, if I have to die again here, I don't want to do it without it being useful in some way. So I thought you should kill me. I even told Macarius that was my condition for helping out. Come on. The Grand Duchess and the others are nowhere to be found. This is your chance. You do hate me enough to kill me, right? Then go on. Just do it. You... Why would you say that? Your skill is divine, a gift from God himself. And now you want me to kill you with my own hands? You want me to make those awful rumors the truth? How can you say that? Why not? If you hate me enough to kill me, go ahead and get it out of your system. Who knows? You might feel a lot better. Just don't expect it to save your life or anything. I might be a peerless genius, but there are some things even I can't help with. Mozart! Whoops. Once I let myself relax, I guess I ended up like a puppet with its strings cut. I don't think I'll last another minute. This is always how it went with us, wasn't it? I'd show up unannounced, challenge you out of nowhere, and make impossible demands when I won. Why break with precedent now? Salieri, when this is all over, would you play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star for me? What are you? I knew it would come to this. I may not have any hope of surviving, but you still have a chance to win. Salieri, it's all about timing. Friends and enemies alike must work together, or no one will be able to defeat that thing. Salieri, you stayed closer to me than anyone else. You kept on hating me, even knowing your hate would never be requited. I always appreciated that. So until the time to defeat the Tsar comes, I'm going to leave his lullaby to you. Don't worry. This patron's ears aren't exactly the sharpest. You and I may notice the many minute differences in our performances, but he never will. So before I go, I'm going to put a curse on you. Stop! You can't! Now you must be Mozart for a while. Mozart, you... What an incredibly dull job that was. But then again, I guess it had its moments. Seeing the greatest monster in the world, dreaming to the sound of my piano. It was almost like I was holding the world in the palm of my tiny hand. And that wasn't too bad at all. That's right. I remember now.
Now, go ahead and play your Requiem as much as you like. You may play it for Amadeus or for the Tsar, or for yourself when you lost sight of who you are. You will find an instrument right over there.
That's ridiculous. What the hell are you thinking? Are you completely insane?
I have been quite sane for a long time now, Yaga. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We now have Chaldea, those servants, Kadoc, myself, and that giant. That giant is from a realm, from a time that demonic beasts could not hope to touch. So I'm going to cooperate with that boy and his team. Together I'm certain they will achieve a miraculous victory.
So they're gonna take down that mountain of a Tsar?
That's right. Otherwise this world will never be saved. Everything we do for the sake of this world. Oh yes, I almost forgot. There's a very important detail you should know.
You know, I hate to be the one to point this out, but everything we do for the sake of this world. Does that include using the Umbridge Sneaky to slaughter Yaga, to burn down villages as you please? That all had to do with saving the world? Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure, why the fuck not, you pieces of shit?
Do you know what those devils at Chaldea are attempting to do?
Huh?
I believe they mean to restore this planet to its proper form, in order to restore humanity. But that doesn't mean you Yaga are going to benefit from that. Your mistaken history, your erroneous path, will merely be pruned away. I take it you know that human from Chaldea as well. Then please tell me everything you can about him. Does he really know what it is he should be doing?
The Tsar is waking up. The Tsar is waking up. After all this time, the Tsar is waking up. Now it is time for us to move on. Glory to the great Tsar.
The lopsided spirit origin readings in Yaga Moscow are dropping like flies. I think the Umbridge are disappearing.
As we expected, once a battle began in Yaga Moscow, it was only a matter of time before the Tsar woke up. Though I will say that I certainly didn't expect this to begin moving.
What is? Are my eyes deceiving me? Is the monitor broken? Is this one of Da Vinci's practical jokes? What's going on here, Holmes? What is that thing on the monitor? Huge doesn't even begin to cover it. For that matter, is it just me or are we headed straight towards it? Stop the vehicle, Minier! Hit the brakes! What could we hope to accomplish by going there? Nothing, that's what. We'll just end up a stain on the bottom of that thing's foot. Give John the order to retreat. Forget about investigating this tree of emptiness or whatnot. We're leaving Russia right now. If we must risk our lives, I'd rather take my chances on a zero sale.
That's impossible. We have team members in Yaga Moscow. We can't retreat now. That thing could catch them and crush them in just a few steps. Well before they have a chance to escape. No, our conditions for victory are unchanged. Defeat Ivan the Terrible and capture the Crypta. If we are to accomplish those goals, we will need everything we have at our disposal. How are things shaping up over there, Da Vinci? Skip your opinions and just give me the numbers. The Ordinax exoskeleton is operating within expected parameters. Internal pressure regulation, combustion, and weaponry are all good to go. Armor checks out. Ready to transport her any time. Beyond that, it all depends how mentally prepared she is. Just the numbers, Da Vinci. Mr. Minier, take us into Yaga Moscow's western area. By my estimation, we should rendezvous with the investigation team in 10 minutes and 30 seconds.
Stop, damn you, stop! Phoenix or not, I won't be able to make it out of this alive!
Ivan the Terrible is no ordinary Yaga. Long ago, an ancient primordial beast was discovered in Russia's tundra. By merging with this creature, Ivan the Terrible began a period of growth. and perhaps due to his heroic temperament or his imperial bloodline. That growth continues to this day. It is said that mammoths and saber-toothed tigers went extinct when their tusks and fangs grew too large. But Ivan the Terrible has moved beyond such concerns. He is no longer beloved or worshipped. Now he is no more than a horrific monster. Keep playing with every ounce of hatred you can muster, Salieri. Now that his nap is over, the Tsar is finally about to come face to face with reality. The Tsar's dream is ending. He is about to wake up. We are born from the Tsar's dreams. Once he awakens, we will return to dust. Glory to the Tsar. Long live the Tsar.
Huh? The Opportunity are turning into dust? Does this rumbling mean he's woken up? Uh-oh. What about the golem?
It's still coming together. Its stone body's being assembled piece by piece, like muscles growing on a skeleton. Holy shit, that is huge!
What's wrong? Is this some sort of joke?
Doesn't look like it.
I have awoken from my dream. I see now what is happening in the world. It seems my dreams for Russia are yet to come to fruition. I must eradicate the countless traitors and expand my territory. My nap is over. The time has come for me to make a stand!
So he has finally awakened. Ivan the Terrible is said to have once moved the capital of Russia from Moscow to the city of Alexandrov in the northeast. But that city no longer exists in this lost belt. It disappeared from this world as Ivan the Terrible continued to sleep, to mutate, to undergo further growth and mutation. Indeed, that mountainous creature is what remains of the man who fell back into a dream after his return from Alexandrov. Ivan the Terrible is no longer man, nor even Yaka. He is a beast of the gods, the engorged culmination of his many dreams.
Anastasia! Anastasia! The Oprichniki told me what you said. Is it true? Have you betrayed me? Were the peace and happiness you told me of nothing but lies? Tell me, Anastasia!
What is that? Don't tell me that! The Tsar is furious. We're all doomed. Oh god! We can't defeat that. Nobody could. We should never have gone against it. Keep your distance. Do not get caught up in the civilians' evacuation. Never mind the lines between the rebel army and civilian now. Keep them in line and get as far away from here as you can. Got it! I have fought both demonic beasts and giants before, but I have never seen one of this size. I think he would even give the gods of Olympus' true forms a run for their money.
I've heard there were giant folk all over the place back in the Age of Gods. But at least where I lived, they only grew to be about 10 meters at best.
See? This is why I told you not to wake the Tsar up. There's nothing anyone can do against a monster the size of a mountain. Excuse me, but you never told us he was literally a mountain-sized monster. If you just mentioned that one tiny detail earlier, we'd have been a lot more prepared for this sight. Besides, he's not a mountain, he's a mammoth, a kind of giant elephant.
Huh? Elephant?
What's an elephant? Some sort of animal? Oh, right. Guess all the elephants in this world went extinct a long time ago. I don't know how I would go about describing one now. Anyway, the point is he's an elephant, not a mountain. A really, really big elephant, but still an elephant.
You mean these elephant creatures are common in your world? Wow!
Do you think we can beat him?
Doesn't matter whether we can or not. We just gotta fight him no matter what.
Now That's how a general ought to be. Keep an eye on the big picture from on top of the golem for us, okay?
We'll be counting on you to use a command spell and play out our trump card when the time is right. That said, he's not actually seeing us right now, is he? He's calling for Anastasia, saying something about her betraying him.
That's because she did.
Kadoc!
This works out nicely. If you're still alive, then help us out. You will help us, right? You're going to fight Ivan the Terrible too? At least you're not a complete idiot. The Opportuniki are gone and Ivan the Terrible's awake. All that's left now is to take him down.
You're after our golem, huh?
That's right. In this Russia, Ivan the Terrible is neither human nor Yaga, nor even a heroic spirit. He's a walking natural disaster, an active volcano that only causes destruction whenever he wakes up. It's better for everyone if we get rid of him once and for all. We need to build a new Russia. Your arrival here gave us the perfect chance to do it. Don't get it? Come on, really? Fine. I'll explain. When you got here, I saw a chance. Long time coming, but I saw it, so I took it. I used you to further my own ends. No, I don't feel bad about it. Get with it, John.
Huh, well, that's an awfully roundabout way of doing things. If you just asked nicely from the start instead of being a jackass, John would have been glad to help.
I'm not here to make friends. My only goal is to get more game pieces I can use to beat him. Understand? So I set up a game board. One where the rebel army, Chaldea, Anastasia, and me would all have no choice but to defeat him. Well, John, you're used to this sort of thing by now, right? Let's go save this world. Alright. Good answer. Ivan the Terrible's got at least one weakness. He's slow.
Does that even matter?
I'm with Beowulf on this. He may not be as big as a Daidara Bochi, but we're still talking literal mountain size here. Of course he's gonna be slow.
It means he can't keep up with you servants. Nothing else, you know he can't dodge your attacks. He can't fly. He packs tremendous force. He can cause an avalanche with a single step. He can even slam his trunk to the ground in place of an anti-armory noble phantasm. His only weak point is the crown on his head. That is, his real body. Real body. Try enhancing your vision. You should be able to see it even in this blizzard. I, don't know how to do that. Ugh, amateur.
Yeah, there it is. It doesn't look any bigger than a pea from here, but still probably monstrous compared to us.
It's gonna be tough to get up there. Even running up his trunk at full speed won't be enough to keep from getting swatted before one of us reaches the top. Are you all here? With matters having come to a head, we must now put our old allegiances aside. Disaster has struck and the Tsar has awoken. He won't stop until he destroys everything. I understand why you might bear a grudge against me, but right now we all need to work together.
Anastasia, the Tsar is after you. So,
yes, I'll hold him back with my noble phantasm for as long as I possibly can.
After that, it'll all depend on how motivated you are. Can you do this?
I have no right to be a ruler. I hate the people. I hate this land. Everything I cared about is long gone. I don't even know why I became a servant in the first place. I barely even remember my own life anymore. All I have in my head now is knowledge of this lost belt. Still, I did love my family, and they loved Russia. So, I will not shirk my duties. I refuse to drown in my grief or to flail around in desperation. I will simply do everything in my power to eliminate Ivan the Terrible, no matter how hard it may be.
There you have it. Please help us. You do want to save the world, don't you?
Guess we just gotta go along with this, huh? Sheesh.
No word from the border, John? Are the comms not working right? We'll just have to decide this for ourselves. Although, this feeling, I don't think I'll be able to stick around here much longer. You know what? Never mind. Let's just get going. There's no time to waste.
Guess Billy's not gonna make it. Might as well give Shan Shan a message for him in the meantime. Alright, do it.
Anastasia, I'll back you up with command spells. Atalanti, I'm sure you can tell this is no time to be worrying about a rebellion. I know. Then go on the attack. You should be plenty strong enough to provoke him. Show him your speed. Show him how high and far you can jump. After that, I don't care. Figure the rest out on your own. Come on, Anastasia. The Tsar's waiting for you.
The fire inside him may be little more than petulant embers, but it never goes out. He's indifferent, jealous, and hateful in equal measure. How wonderfully human. Master of Chaldea, do you really think you can defeat my master? No need to answer now. You can tell me later.
Okay, let's get going. Master, we count on you to back us up. Looks like this noble phantasm golem answers to your commands. So make sure you have it put up a good fight.
Okay, guess I'll be off too. See you later, John.
Be careful to stay put. I use a lot of arrows, and they do not care what they hit. What'd I tell you, John? This world is finished now. We still haven't fought him. You're actually going to fight with this huge golem. I can tell. None of these servants or even this golem can match the Tsar. You really think you can beat him just by working together? You're out of your damn mind. The Tsar is the strongest being in this world, period. That's why it's impossible to beat him. Deep down you know that's true, don't you, John? When I saw that thing and heard him speak, that was it. I was done. I mean, come on, who'd believe they could rebel against that kind of ruler? You think you can beat that thing? Well, you can't. He's a god, a real-life flesh-and-blood god. I mean, I've killed a god before. He's the ultimate being. There's nothing that can stop him from doing anything he wants. So, we Yaga have no choice but to submit to him. Come on, you get it, right? I can still move, so I'm not done. What? I'm going to fight for the people I care about. What? Huh? I awakened from my long dream, only to find myself alone. I can no longer hear Metropolitan Macarius' stories, nor Anastasia's sweet nothings. My oprichniki tell me they were all lies, every last one of them. Long ago I became a Yaga, and unified all of Russia. When the Great Cold Wave struck and my subjects were starving, I kept moving west in order to protect them. I moved west to help my subjects, to spread the Tsar's glory. And yet, we were suddenly cut off. This world was determined to be a loser. It didn't matter how hard we worked or how desperately, how fervently we wished otherwise. So spoke the foreign priestess from beyond the stars, in an unearthly voice unlike any I had heard before. But I refused to accept that. I did not endure this hell on earth to give up now, to passively accept our so-called fate. I certainly did not endure it so that I could welcome this sort of end to our world. Neither I nor Russia will ever fall to ruin, ever! Anastasia!
Do keep your voice down, Your Imperial Majesty. I can hear you just fine. You are right to be angry. You are right to be furious. But the time has come for you to pass your fury on to another. At this point, your very existence has become a sin. Russia no longer has any need of your backward notions. We are the ones who must lead it into a new era.
I refuse! I am Russia. I am the one who bears this world on his shoulders. No obsolete human upstart will take that away from me. Not now, not ever!
That sound.
Golem Cater Malkuth! Who are you? Where did you come from? I'm from Chaldea. Chaldea. The keepers of Chaldeus! You let some of them escape, Koyunskaya?
I know Advocate Braun the Golem bastard made that. Now I know it's possible to ride on its shoulder since it's outfitted with defensive spells, but it's one thing to know it, another to do it. Are you out of your damn mind, John? Maybe this is exactly the sort of crazy you need to be to succeed in these sorts of situations. I'll have to remember that one. Damn it.
This must feel like a terribly unfair punishment to you, my Tsar. But this is simply what fate has in store. Prepare to die, Ivan the Terrible.
Man, that intro for part 1 took what, 40 minutes? Holy shit. Man. Yeah, this one definitely has to be its own episode. Alright, so yeah, we don't have master skills in these fights. We instead have golem skills, which are Golem Punch, decrease HP by 10,000 and remove buffs for one enemy, 3-turn cooldown. Golem Guard, increase defense by 50% for 1 turn for all allies, cooldown at 5 turns. And Golem Charge, level 10, restore HP by 5,000 and increase NP gauge by 20% for all allies. So yeah, really cool skills we can use. But we're not, I don't think I'm really gonna use it. Oh my god. I don't think I'm really gonna be using them in this fight. Yeah, as you can see, we're not going to be doing much damage to Ivan the Terrible. Nice, monster. Cool. Yeah, his attacks are single target, unless he crit. He's one of those enemies where unless he crits, it's a multi-target attack. Well, unless he crits, it's not a multi-target attack. But you know. Can you stop critting me? Alright, asshole, we get it. No sense in me really using Curse of the Order Tree, but hey, you know. Why the hell not, right? It's weird, I'm not getting a voice from Paraiso. Everyone else is giving me a voice, but not her. The fuck? Can I skill seal him? Yeah! And crit rate down. I'm not even getting Ivan's voice, I just realized too. Alright, so yeah, that's the end of it. 3 turns. Alright, now we have the actual fight. Alright, I mean, you could use Anastasia if you really wanted to, but that'd be really fucking stupid. Let's see. Who do I even want to use for this? Ugh. You know what, I'm thinking Jack, just so I can make a bunch of sea stars. Yeah, why not? The giant's fists roared. Each blow slammed into the Tsar's monstrous form with earth-shattering force. The Tsar howled, raising his trunk and calling down lightning from the very heavens. The blast stripped the giant of skin and flesh. The resultant thunder leveled the deserted buildings around the combatants. The giant's wounds began to knit back together as if winding back a clock, while the Tsar still had not so much as a single scratch upon him. The Yaga who bore witness to this battle would come to say this was nothing less than a battle between primordial gods, and that no ordinary folk should ever have seen its like. Damn it! I knew this going in, but he's just too damn strong! Still, we've got all our trump cards ready. Our enemies, our allies, even our dead are all working together. Maybe if Amadeus had lasted a little longer? No, he couldn't have done this any faster. All we have to do now is beat him. Nothing to it. I know I can do this. I know it!
Sumerki Kreml. V, V, V!
Damn it, his hide's just too tough.
I cannot believe it. Even my arrows cannot blind him.
Damn it, he's even stronger than I thought. If only I had the emergency prerogative. No, forget about that. Macarius, you're out there smirking even as you're watching all this go down, aren't you? Well, that's not very kind. I prefer to think of myself as more of an overseer. So why have you called for me? Does this mean you're finally ready to escape from this Russia? That you have exhausted all of your options? Not yet. I've still got you. You've got something up your sleeve, right? I know you've been hiding something from Anastasia. If you're still hanging on to some kind of trump card, now's the time to play it. This is your problem as much as it is ours. Yes, I suppose you're right. Neither Anastasia nor I can escape the Tsar's wrath any longer. So I've got someone to help. He may be quite ordinary compared to Mozart. That only motivates him to try so much harder. In fact, that effort makes his performances so much more emotional in a way prodigies like Mozart would never even bother to attempt. Kadoc, your idea of using Mozart's music to keep the Tsar asleep was a good one. But that was never going to solve the fundamental problem. You still need to learn how to stir up other people's emotions. Is that so? Thanks for the warning. So what is your trump card anyway? Knowing you, I bet it's in terrible taste. The only way to fight a dead-end delusion is with a delusion devoid of hope. Did you really think waiting patiently would bring you salvation? That you could achieve greatness if only you had talent? I'm afraid you are dead wrong. One needs neither talent nor repentance. Now come, conductor. The time to blossom is at hand. Now is the time to let your howls resound. Take a page from Kadoc's book and fix your mistakes. I can't. My piano could never hope to pacify the Tsar's fury. I just don't have that sort of talent. It's impossible. I know myself better than anyone. I know all too well what I'm capable of, and I can't play the piano the way we need. I can never be hope to be a match for you, no matter how hard I try. I don't care. Play it anyway. Silence! A prodigy like you would never understand what it's like to be forsaken by the god of music. I am a Salieri born only of a desire to end your life. Who cares about instruments? I forgot everything I knew about them back when I was alive. I don't care. Play it anyway. Otherwise, the world is doomed. The world? You expect an Avenger like me to... I could never hope to make the kind of music that you do. The kind that resonates with every listener's heart as they hear your requiems. I know. I'm incapable of moving people like you could. I know that too. But Mozart, you phantasm of my own deluded mind. There is one thing I do know. I know your dark side.
I know how you covered your face in shame, in a pit utterly devoid of light. You never saw us common folk, us humans. And why would you? The only thing you ever fought with were your own inner demons. You loved music more than they did. You loved music made by human hands, no matter what manner of demons preyed upon your mind. And yet, neither music nor society nor anything humanity could make brought you salvation. So if you continue to play the piano with such elation, even after becoming a heroic spirit, then I too have a reason to play the piano. So I will play, no matter what sort of humiliation I suffer, nor what mockery I am subjected to.
Exactly. Don't even worry about how good you are. After all, everyone sucks compared to me. Fucking Mozart.
There you go again, Mozart. Very well then. I shall play. I shall play for all I'm worth. Your prodigious talent is far too unreliable to be taught in textbooks anyway. I will catch up to you, even if I must employ every musician's technique ever created. Well, what do you think of this? Have I caught up to you now? No. This isn't it. I'll never catch you like this.
Let your emotions guide you.
Let my emotions guide me. My emotions are grief, anger, and my lust to end your life. Is that truly how you want me to play? How's this? Feel my anger, my hate. I'll kill you. Behold, Mozart! Look upon my regret, my hate, my passion, my fury!
That's it. Oh, I fucking love this song. Disarray. You don't need skill when you look like that. Let your anger over the unfairness of it all ring out. Let your emotions pour out of your fingers, my brother.
Silence! Be quiet and listen! I am not your brother. I will follow my own path.
I hear music playing throughout the town. I think it's coming from the top of the palace.
It's Salieri. This must be his own personal disarray. Day of Wrath. It's not about talent anymore. He's just wailing on the keys desperately, even furiously. Which is exactly why it speaks to the heart. At least it seems to be getting to the big guy. This sound, this anger. Stop! Do not bind my heart! You're wide open!
I don't get it. Salieri's spirit origin, his noble phantasm, is growing stronger? How is that possible? There's no way anger should be able to boost a servant's abilities like this. Of course there is. At least if that anger is a core part of that person, rather than something fleeting and superficial. He has finally abandoned all pretense. That scream you hear now is Antonio Salieri's true nature. He admired Mozart more than anyone, which is why he also hated, feared, and pitied him. He loathed the masses who failed to understand Mozart's genius, calling them all fools and idiots. He feeds his own anger, but so does Mozart, in the very period of time that created their relationship. That is Antonio Salieri, the man in gray turned avenger. Now he is pouring every experience of his life into this very performance.
Listen well, Ivan the Terrible, Yaga of grief and anger. For a long time you have been doing the pruning, but now it is your turn to be cut away. You may be livid, but your anger is misplaced. You supped the blood of hundreds, thousands of demonic beasts in order to gain that enormous body. For countless years you have used your power for cruelty and tyranny. You let your opportunity roam free, killing Yaga after Yaga for untold generations. You say everything you did was done to survive. But even so, your existence now is nothing more than a monument to sin. How dare you worm your way into my mind? Begone, miserable little musician!
His lightning just struck the palace!
That bastard! I can't believe he burned down his whole palace just to get at Salieri.
He won't if we have anything to say about it. If we're gonna hit him hard, now's the time to do it. I know that. This is our last chance. We have to pull him off that mammoth no matter what. Get the golem ready, John. We're going to stop this demonic beast once and for all. I think this is easily my favorite fight in the Lost Belt. Not only because of those fucking cool-ass golem skills, because we get Disarray playing throughout the whole fight. It's so good. Alright, he's a bit weaker now, and I don't think our damage is going to be cut anymore. So, let's fucking wail on Ivan the Terrible. Yeah, we're doing some decent damage now. Yeah, start off with a crit, why don't you, jackass? 2 crits, fucking piece of shit. Oh boy. Actually, let's go. Yes. I also have enough to use Jack's Noble Phantasm. I wonder if I do this. Yeah, no effect. I should have seen that coming. Thankfully, Jack, our emergency prerogative, that we can't hit him. Alright, actually, no, we can. Fuck your buffs. Let's get some hearts going again. Maybe we could get Jack charged up a little bit. Unfortunately, the bonus damage doesn't do anything against Ivan the Terrible, but you know, hey, Jack's still great anyway. Oh, so close to getting his first bar. I still got 2 turns until that comes back. So I say... Actually, you know what? Since it really doesn't matter, let's get Jean charged up. Now we can start getting some more health back, too. Alright, first bar gone. Divine Beast Lightning. HP recovery down. That's better. Holy sh... Okay, he has unleashed his Noble Phantasm anyway. What the fuck was that? The fuck was that? Why did he gain charge? Excuse the fuck me, asshole! You gotta be fucking kidding me. What a load of fucking goddamn bullshit that was. That removes our debuffs. I need Jack to stay alive no matter what. She's gonna be my main damage dealer after all, since I fucking lost first to San. Here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to use Holmes' NT. At least not right now. Fucking Christ. I guess breaking his bar must have given him an extra charge. What a load of fucking bullshit. Alright, 50 stars. Emergency prerogative. Remember, fuck you, Ivan. Getting the Luminosity turn already. Mental skipping. That's what did it. He must use mental skipping before he used his MP. Well, just in case. Dickhead decides to do it again. Alright, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Actually, what increases overcharging you? Ah, the amount of HP we get each turn. Alright, so honestly, what I should do, Elementary My Dear, Maria the Ripper, Luminosity turn out. So that way we can get as much as we can from the fucking, Noble Phantasm.
My dear.
Monster. Well, at the very least, he didn't use his Noble Phantasm. Oh, he didn't even gain a charge this turn? I'm a little scared that he's going to use a charge skill and gain charge this turn for his Noble Phantasm, but if I at least use someone against that. Nah, let me see that for if he uses his invincibility skill again. Do that! Just do that again. Alright, well, that's fine.
So kai.
Breakdown. Yeah, man, wasn't that a lot fucking better? Fortunately, extended all our skill cooldowns a little bit, but alright, let's get our heal. Alright, I say let's just... well, let me use Revelation. Just go with Luminosa to turn out this turn. Then we'll do what we can with Jack. Yeah, it's good that we have that ready.
ヒル行くよ。
そうかい
Alright, so we'll finish off this break bar.
ふう
Thunder. Taking down. Yeah, it did give him charge. So that, yeah, it was just very horrible timing on my part. Good lord. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of these fucking buffs. Because we do not need him having those.
これだね。
始めるとしよ
殺しちゃおう。
That should be good.
う初歩的なことだ友よエレメンタリーマイディア
子よりは地獄。私たちは炎、雨、力、殺戮をここに。マリアザリスパー。
Alright, that wasn't bad damage.
Yeah.
Prerogative. Crit. Let's get our defense up. Information erasure. I just want to make sure Jack closes
こ
at
れ
this
だ
point.
ね。
そうかい
せを。
面白い
Oh boy. Alright, John's dead. Alright, thankfully we have a heal on deck. So let's go
構わない
this.
ふう
よーい、キルにドーン。ファイトー。
Prerogative. Let's go. Maria the Ripper.
賢明な判断
Yeah, this should be alright. We're definitely not gonna kill with this. Because of our attack debuffs.
炎、雨、
I think we should be
殺戮
alright.
をここに。マリアザリスパー。
なるほ
Alright, 23k left. Not terrible.
よう見ているがよい。ファイトー。えい。
Oh, 2,000 health left. Well, for a second I thought I used Mental Schism. I was gonna lose my goddamn mind. Alright, let's fucking finish him off.
賢明な判断だ
シャー。思う存分解体させて。
3 Beast Gallstones. Damn it, still not enough! And we're too far from the palace to boot!
So this is the task that's kept him alive for 450 years.
Holy, divine, sacred, mine heart is pure and unclouded. How dare you disturb it? How dare you?
You need to get out of there, Salieri!
No, you'll regain his power if I leave now. I cannot leave this place no matter what happens. Besides, the only piano in the entire world. I will perform in my rage until I die. No, even beyond my death. And not only my anger, Mozart as well. Begone, musician!
Get between them, Kadoc and Anastasia!
Cursed stone statue! You dare impede me? You would protect my palace in my stead? Impudent clod! How dare you! I shall send you back to the ground from whence you came! Lightning runs through my veins. My trunk calls forth tempests.
Look out, John! He's creating a storm at the tip of his trunk! It's on par with the Divine Spirit's lightning attack. The golem might survive it, but nothing else will. It will obliterate you and the palace. Get the golem away from there. Hurry! But... We made it. I must say, Goldorf, your driving technique is every bit as good as you boasted.
The Shadow Border? I can't believe it crossed all that rubble to make it here.
Don't give up just yet, John. You and the golem stay right where you are. I'm sending our last remaining fighting force right now. MASH? For a moment, I flashed back to Solomon in the Temple of Time. First, there was a strong, destructive light. First, there was a strong, destructive light. It was so powerful I was certain it would end me. Then there was the light that guided me back to life, to what I thought was lost. That was the moment when I picked up my shield and stepped forward. Back then, the only reason I could do it was because I felt it was the right thing to do. I was scared, yes, but more than that, I was proud. And deep down, lonely. I thought that even if we won this battle, I would never again get to spend time with him. I couldn't help but be a bit sad about that. But that's not true anymore. Now all my pride is gone, along with any sense of what the right thing to do is. I never did get over my concerns. Instead of sadness, I'm overcome by fear. I'm scared that I may not be in the right, though all we're doing may just be a cruel, empty victory. But then again, I also know that I would be even more ashamed to give up just because I'm scared or unsure. If all sides are equally in the right, then I want to protect what I can't bear to lose. To fight once again for the life I gained on that journey. So I'm asking you now. Please, Galahad. Please lend me your shield once again. We're almost to the ejection point. You all set, MASH? Yes. Each transformation is good to go. I'm ready for live combat. You don't have the same spirit origin you did before, and you also won't be able to use any of the skills you got from Galahad. But your Ortnax exoskeleton will make up for anything that's missing, and I guarantee it's been tuned perfectly, so there's no need to worry about that. All that remains now are the finishing touches, but you'll have to do the crucial fine tune-up yourself. Final tune-up? What do I have to do? What else? Prove that you're a heroic spirit. Once you awaken your noble phantasm, you'll be a new you. You can't use Galahad's noble phantasm anymore, and you don't have to. All you have to do is put everything you've cultivated into that shield. Everything I've cultivated. I'm impressed, Da Vinci. We really are going to make it. Who knew he genuinely had that kind of driving technique in him? I can see the palace now. 700 meters till we reach Golem Keta Malkuth. I've unfolded the electromagnetic catapult on deck. We'll reach the ejection point in 30 seconds. Hurry! That's all I've got to say, MASH. You sure you're good with this, right? I am. I never did find an answer I was satisfied with, no matter how much I thought about it.
But that doesn't change the fact that I'm John's, Chaldea's servant. And losing trust in what I'm capable of, and what's right in front of me, is the one thing I can't do. I see. Then you better get going. Shadow Border, open up the hatch. Armored Shielder deploying for Russian throne. Ready for battle.
My lightning shall swallow all of you! Your shadows shall sully my Russia no longer! Oh crap, there's nothing we can do about that thing. Musashi, grab Master and get out of here. There's no reason both of you have to die here too.
Do you copy? On our way now. We'll arrive in...
Come on, Musashi, what's more important? Killing Ivan or John's life? Hurry!
I'm sorry, John. This is a battle we can't win. I'm getting you out of here.
We've still got a chance.
What the?
Huh?
Senpai!
Mash, you're here!
Yes, thank goodness I made it. I'm sorry it took so long. From here on out, I'll be joining you on the front lines again.
A new servant! No matter. I shall blow you all away just the same!
Ivan the Terrible's gearing up for another blast. His target remains unchanged. How's that possible? He's like a bottomless well of magical energy or something. Don't worry, everyone. Please, let me handle that lightning.
What? Don't be ridiculous. What can you possibly do with a single shield? Never mind me. Hurry up and get to the golem. I'll be fine. Go on, leave.
No. No, I won't. Please keep playing, Mr. Salieri. Don't stop your beautiful recital now.
She thinks my playing is beautiful. No, wait, I mustn't lose sight of my anger. Thank you, young miss. But are you quite certain you can defend against that lightning?
I am. Senpai and I have seen far worse than this on our journey together. I may still have much to learn, but that I know for a fact. We wouldn't be here right now if we hadn't overcome the incineration of humanity, and Solomon, the King of Mages. Compared to those, Ivan the Terrible's power is nothing.
What incredible bravado. I've never seen such a heartening display of valor before.
My shield may be heavy and my heart still plagued with uncertainty. But even so, I can still hear him calling me. I know that much at least. Senpai, I hear you loud and clear.
I believe in you. Mash Kirlight.
Thank you.
Here it comes! Ivan the Terrible's about to unleash another lightning blast!
Ah!
In that moment, for just a fleeting fraction of an instant, something clicked and the gears meshed together. My shield, once heavy and cumbersome, now shone bright, and a revelation unfurled in my mind. No fortress lasts forever, Mash. But we can get close by being willing to rebuild. As long as it keeps rising up, even if it falls to ruin, it will stand tall forever.
True name. Frozen Deployment. This is the castle of fantasy that holds many paths and wishes. Answer my call. Mold Camelot!
Our monitors are back online. I'm getting vital signs on John. And Mash Kirlight. They're both fine. And Salieri is still playing. Are you alright, young miss? If you are, I'd love to autograph your shield later.
Yes, I'm fine, but I'll pass on the shield autograph, thank you.
Young miss!
I'm okay. Really. I can still fight. But we need to focus on Ivan the Terrible.
That light. That was the very light of peace I've been searching for! Did you see that, Macarius, my mentor? The holy light has at last revealed itself to me! I must have it. I must have it for myself! That is the light that shall support my Russia for years to come!
He's bringing his trunk down? Gotcha. You finally dropped your lightning guard, you big Tengu.
Musashi? When did you...
Servant.
Wait. You are not from proper human history. I do not understand. You are one of us! Why would you turn your blade against us?
One of you? Pretty sure I don't know any other talking elephants. And any enemy of John's is an enemy of mine. Plus, this is clearly the decisive moment of this battle. It's the Sekigahara of this world. There's no better time for me to show what I'm truly capable of. Sorry about this, Tsar, but if you think you have a long face now, you haven't seen anything yet. The causality keeping me manifested here is wavering. This will probably be the last attack I can pull off in this Lost Belt. It's true. I am meant to disappear just like them. I shouldn't be taking sides at all. But thanks to you, Ivan the Terrible, I finally know why I'm still on this journey. Why I still haven't grown tired of it. It's because there's still something out there I've yet to slice. Come hither, my roaring sword! Ishana Daitensho! Impossible. Did she just cut the Tsar? It seems as though she split his enormous trunk clean in half. Master, I can confirm that Musashi has left this Lost Belt. She disappeared as if she had ray-shifted. She must have drifted out of this world, but we can worry about that later. Mr. John, this is the best chance you will get. Right. Golem Cater Malkuth. Grab onto Ivan the Terrible's crown.
You dare take hold of my crown? Insolent whelp! Get your filthy hands off me!
Master!
I'm okay. I can do this.
Master!
Catch me!
Thank you.
The mountain's demonic beast is completely shut down, and the Golem Cater Malkuth has fallen apart.
What about John?
He's alright. Mash took good care of him.
You did it, Master! You took down that massive demonic beast!
Thanks, Mash. You look awesome in that.
Oh, thank you. But I'm afraid our battle isn't over yet. We only managed to get the crown off the demonic beast's head.
She's right. Take a look at the ground. Ivan the Terrible is still very much alive. It's all the more frightful, knowing he isn't a servant. So that is the ultimate yaga, or rather the ultimate expression of humanity's will to survive. He may have been a horrific tyrant, but at least in that regard he was a great hero. Now come, Master of Chaldea. You have an obligation to answer his final questions. And we get a new wardrobe for Mash, one that she is forced into in every main quest for the Lost Belts. And I gotta say, Orton X is not that great. Good lord. Is it not a good... Is it not a good
thing. But although the Holy Knight is gone, her quest continues, and Mash's fighting style has changed. She now gains Ortnax skills, which basically change back and forth depending on what costume you have equipped. So if you have Ortnax equipped, she'll use the Ortnax skills. If you have any other costume equipped, she'll have her regular skills. So Honorable Wall of Snowflakes becomes Bunker Bolt, which increases Buster effectiveness 1 time for 3 turns, and Buster card crit strength 1 time 3 turns. Again, not exactly the best thing. Probably getting rid of Mash's best skill for one of her worst skills. I mean, but if Mash is all you have, and you need, like, some, some Buster crit damage really badly, I mean, I guess Bunker Bolt comes in handy for a burst, but really, I mean, Mash isn't much of an attacker, so, you know. Obscure Wall of Chalk becomes Amalgam Goad, which applies target focus and increases her NP gauge for herself. I mean, basically her second and third skills swap. So, like, her second skill now gives target focus along with the NP. And then her third skill gives invincibility. I think that also decreases her HP, though. But yeah, Tragic Shield of Arousal she gets. So she gets Apply Invincible and Target Focus and decrease HP. But yeah. And of course, her Noble Phantasm changes into Mold Camelot. Increased defense for 3 turns, effect increases with overcharge, and apply incoming damage cut status 3 times over the course of 5 turns for all allies. I mean, again, not as good as Lord Camelot. But I mean, hey. These are Mash's skills. This is what her journey is. It's not about Galahad anymore. Alright, so yeah. Spiritron dress has been changed to Ortnax. Skills in Noble Phantasm change match. You can reset skills in Noble Phantasm by changing the battle sprite. But of course, for every main section, you are dress locked into doing Ortnax for Mash. You cannot use her normal form in main quest Lost Belt battles again. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll end things off here. And the next one, we'll take care of the final section of Anastasia. And we will end off the first Lost Belt. So, I'll see you guys then. Bye!